my son was born, and he was 6 weeks old, he kept getting pneumonia all the time, and we really didn't realize what was the reason for it. And then a local doctor actually said to us that he's got a problem with his heart. And so through, because this was totally new for us, and so we went up to Nairobi and got an echo done because they never had an echo machine in Mombasa. And said to me, oh my God, this child has got pulmonary, it's got a large VSD, pulmonary hypertension, is in heart failure. You need to get him operated. And so we thought we didn't want to have it done in Nairobi, so we rushed off to the Great Ormond Street in London, and where we got it done. Obviously, the doctors mentioned that, we didn't have a great chance, but keep our fingers crossed. And so I think that was a time for me, as a turning point for me, when Khalil pulled through. And it was almost like God calling me and saying, you need to go back and do something. Mm-hmm. And honestly, the moment I landed, I gave myself a week, and I was back. I was at Aga Khan Hospital saying, I want to start this. But obviously, my perspective of helping at that time was because I didn't get a chance for someone to come and talk to me and give me moral and emotional support in this. And I thought that's what people would want here. And obviously, I was wrong, because when we had our first heart clinic, I realized that we were overwhelmed with numbers of children with heart condition. But I didn't have a way of trying to help them, because when I talked to them and I was trying to explain to them, they just turned around and says, you know what, we have 6 to 8 children. I don't need your emotional and support in this. I need finance. And so we went back with my group, and we discussed, and we decided to change our mandate and decided that we need to give financial assistance. And honestly, I think it was great that we could actually came in touch with Mike and Dee,
yes.
And through them we managed to have surgeries done for these children, which was completely I could not even imagine we could have done that here. So I think Meek was the answer for us at the time, and still is, to be honest with you. But we've been doing this for over 16 years, and we realized that we relied totally on Meek to help us carry out these surgeries. Though yes, we've done almost 400 cases between Meek taking them to India and doing them at Mata Hospital and at Kenyatta, but that's not enough. From our last mission that we did, we lost 10 children simply because I couldn't help them.
You couldn't operate.
I couldn't get them operated. Yes, and we have so many bureaucracy in our country based on this, and really, I think finance is a big issue, and to get people to actually come and support this cause. And so I think giving awareness is something that we really need to look into. We liaise with most of the district hospitals, which are run by government, and obviously that's where we get our patients, most of them from. So we can go from Lamu to Malindi to Kilifi to Taita to Mtsemweni in South Coast to Voi, up to Kitale. Basically, I concentrate more on the coastal region.
Yes.
That covers this. So what we do is we're coordinating and facilitating for Meek. So when Meek comes, everything is organized. They have their numbers. They know which patients are supposed to have their surgeries done. So because we have a follow-up system, we have a data that we have in place for the last 16 years. Yes. So yeah. So we then keep a track of these children till the day they get discharged from our PSG. Because I was meant to mention that we run a group called the Pediatric Support Group. When the Meek team does come down, we get a lot of funding from our local sponsors, which is Mamuji, Mr. Yusuf Mamuji and Foundation, and we get from Tanuja Babla. And I mean, without them, honestly, I cannot work, because they are my greatest supporters in what I do, and they believe in what we do. So obviously, everything works hand in hand, and without teamwork, this just wouldn't work.